Hello everyone, and welcome to William Maranci. It is the show hosted by William Maranci. So, it's the end of the year, and I know a lot of people are doing lists and all that of their favorite albums, favorite songs, and I thought it would be appropriate to do a list of my own. This year I am doing 10 albums that dropped in 2022, in my opinion. Number 10, Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Morale, and the Big Steppers. So this album kind of dabbles in experimental hip-hop, abstract hip-hop. If I had to compare this album to another very well-regarded, versatile hip-hop album, this is kind of like his To Pimp a Butterfly. Number 9 is Drake. Honestly, never mind. Number 8, Dragon New Warm Mountain I Believe in You by Big Thief. So I have listened to this album a lot, more than once. And despite it being one of the most beloved albums that came out this year, I still cannot remember the title of this album for the life of me, no matter how hard I try. Number 7, we have Imagine Dragons with Mercury, Act 1 and 2. Imagine Dragons have dropped over 100 minutes of new music in 2 acts. This is by far their longest album, and in terms of quantity, it's hard to argue against this being on this list. Number 6, we have Hounds of Love by Kate Bush. This year, Pitchfork dropped their list of the 100 best tracks of 2022, and they mentioned in the description that they were not going to include Running Up That Hill, despite it being a charting hit this year. As someone who opposes everything Pitchfork does and has multiple top fan badges of theirs on Facebook, I thought I would include the entire album that song came from. Number 5, we have Bad Reputation from Kid Rock. I mean, 2022 is a year full of comebacks, and Kid Rock is an example of this because he has dropped his first album since 2022, along with a new parental advisory sticker. You love to see people getting creative with new types of parental advisory stickers. I appreciate that level of creativity. Number 4, we have Black Country New Road and their album Ants from Up There. Not only did this album drop, but the band's lineup dropped 1 member upon its release. How is that even possible? Number 3, we have Quadeca with I Didn't Mean to Haunt You. YouTube rapper turned rapper Quadeca. I have to dock it a few points for apologizing for haunting me. I appreciate when artists are a little bit more confident in how they torture me, but I appreciate how thoughtful he is for noticing the existential terror and misery I have been experiencing over this past year. Number 2, we have Donda 2 by Kanye West. This album was dropped without album art. I mean, Mr. West last year dropped Donda, and that had no album art too. He also dropped a stem player with it. He dropped a new piece of technology along with his album. That's brilliant. Not only that, he dropped off the face of social media, according to cursory glances of all of his profiles. Usually when Kanye isn't on Twitter, people tend to gain respect for him for not dousing the platform in all sorts of drivel. Number 1 album of 2022, I gotta give it to Beach House for Once Twice Melody. The reasons this album is on this list, kind of similar to the reason why Imagine Dragons are on this list. This album was released in 4 chapters over the course of late 2021 to early 2022. This album dropped 4 times. Twice as many times as the Dragons did. Truly an impressive feat. Well, everyone, that was my list. If you disagree, I genuinely believe you are incorrect, and I don't want to see any comments about it. But thank you all for watching. This has been William Maranci. Thank you.